Welcome back to GH Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the issue that is already sending shockwaves through Port Charles and stirring up a whirlwind of emotion, mystery, and unexpected reunions. As General Hospital gears up for the much-anticipated Nurses' Ball 2025, a surprising turn of events has stunned both fans and characters alike. What was teased in a short preview clip has now erupted into full-blown speculation, followed by confirmation. And it's a revelation that will rewrite everything we thought we knew. It all began with a single scene from a teaser, a close-up of a man seated quietly on an airplane, looking out the window, the atmosphere heavy with significance. Immediately, fans jumped to conclusions. Many believed the man was Michael Corinthos, returning to Port Charles in time for the Nurses' Ball, perhaps having fully recovered from his injuries and prepared for an emotional re-entry into the lives of his loved ones. But the truth was far more explosive. That man wasn't Michael. It was Spencer Cassadine. Yes, Spencer Cassadine is alive. After being presumed dead for over 2 years, Spencer's return is not only a bombshell for the show but also one of the most emotional and significant comebacks in recent General Hospital history. For longtime viewers, the memory of Spencer and Esme plunging into the cold waters off the coast of France was etched in heartbreak. At the time, only Esme's survival was confirmed. Spencer was lost at sea, and eventually, everyone in Port Charles was forced to mourn him. His body was never recovered, but the odds of survival were considered impossible. The Cassadine legacy, it seemed, had lost one of its most turbulent but beloved sons. But now, the story has taken an incredible turn. As revealed in this week's special episodes, Spencer didn't die that night. He survived the fall barely, and was rescued by a passing French fishing vessel. The crew, having no way of identifying him and no knowledge of his past, took him in and brought him to shore. He was unconscious and severely injured. By the time he awoke, Spencer had lost all memory of who he was. For 2 years, he lived anonymously in a quiet coastal village in northern France. Locals only knew him as Nico, a name given by the fisherman who rescued him. He worked on boats, helped with odd jobs, and tried to make sense of dreams and fragments he didn't understand. Until recently. The memories began returning slowly, flashes of faces, sounds, names that meant nothing at first but slowly began to take shape. Then, in one pivotal moment, everything returned. The trauma, the fall, the betrayal, his family, and most powerfully, Trina. With the flood of memories came the realization that he had left behind people who believed he was dead. People who grieved. People who never stopped hoping. Spencer knew he had to return. He made his way back to the United States under secrecy, determined to arrive at the one event where everyone in Port Charles would be gathered, the Nurses' Ball. And that's where it all unfolds. As the elegant event begins at the Metro Court Ballroom, the mood is joyous. Performances light up the stage. Sonny Corinthos, Carly, Jocelyn, and countless others mingle, dressed in tuxedos and gowns, enjoying the long-standing tradition of glamour and goodwill. Trina arrives with her new boyfriend, Kai, a charming, grounded presence who has helped her heal over the past year. Laura Collins, Spencer's grandmother, sits quietly near the front, holding back tears as the MCs begin the first act. Then, the doors open. At first, no one reacts. Just another late arrival. Until the figure steps into the light. Gasps ripple through the crowd. It's Spencer. Laura is the first to move. Her purse drops to the floor. She stands, frozen. When their eyes meet, she rushes forward, her voice trembling as she calls out his name. Spencer says nothing at first. He simply steps into her arms, and Laura breaks down sobbing. Her grandson, the boy she buried in her heart, is standing before her. The entire room is stunned. Carly covers her mouth in shock. Jocelyn rushes to hug him. Sunny, speechless, steps forward and places a hand on Spencer's shoulder, looking at him with the pride and relief only a father figure can offer. But the most intense moment is still to come. Trina Robinson, seated with Kai, stands slowly. Her face is a mix of disbelief and emotional confusion. She doesn't move, doesn't speak. Spencer sees her. His eyes soften. But he also sees the man beside her, holding her hand. Spencer knew this would happen. He had no illusions that time had stood still. But now, he must face the hardest truth of all: Trina has moved on. Later, away from the crowd, Trina and Spencer share a quiet moment. She asks the questions everyone wants to know. How did he survive? Why didn't he reach out sooner? Spencer answers honestly, detailing his rescue, his amnesia, and the long road back to himself. Trina listens, and for a moment, the emotional bond they once shared pulses again. But she also reminds him. She grieved. She let go. She built a new life. And now, she's not sure what comes next. Spencer doesn't ask for anything. He only says he's glad she's happy and he's grateful she's okay. Their history remains, but the future is uncertain. Back at the ball, the entire town celebrates Spencer's return. Even Victor's name is mentioned with dark irony. The man who once tried to destroy so much, now long gone, couldn't keep Spencer from coming home. Spencer promises to make amends where he can, rebuild trust, and reclaim his place, not as a Cassadine manipulator, but as a man who survived death and came back to live better. Michael, it turns out, was part of this return all along. As revealed in a flashback later in the week, when Michael was recovering in Germany, it was he who encountered Spencer in a hospital in Marseille. The two had a powerful reunion. Michael, astonished to find his presumed dead cousin alive, helped Spencer regain access to his identity and documents. He convinced him it was time to come home. That people needed him. That he needed to see them again. And Spencer, at last, agreed. Michael's own full recovery is also confirmed during the ball. He walks with ease, no visible signs of his injuries. For the first time in months, the Corinthos family stands strong. Michael, Spencer, Sunny, Carly, Jocelyn, all united. The Nurses' Ball 2025 becomes a night of healing, not heartbreak. After years of death, betrayal, secrets, and sorrow, Port Charles finally receives a miracle it didn't expect but always wished for. The return of Spencer Cassadine doesn't just open old wounds, it offers the chance to close them properly. What happens next is unclear. Will Spencer attempt to win Trina back? Will he reclaim his role at the Cassadine estate? How will Ava react? And will Esme's fate ever come back to haunt him? One thing is certain, Spencer is back. And nothing in Port Charles will ever be the same again. Next, we will dive deep into the fiery feud between Carly Spencer and Nina Reeves, a rivalry that has kept fans on the edge of their seats for months. This clash of titans, portrayed by the talented Laura Wright and Cynthia Watt-Rose, has taken unexpected turns, with alliances, betrayals, and shocking schemes unfolding in Port Charles. In this extended exploration, we'll unpack the layers of their conflict, the intricate web of family ties, and the complex motivations driving these two powerful women. From secret pacts to courtroom battles, let's explore every twist and turn in this dramatic saga, with added details and fresh perspectives to enrich the story. The roots of a bitter rivalry. The animosity between Carly Spencer and Nina Reeves is practically legendary in the world of daytime drama. Their disdain for one another runs deeper than mere personal grudges. It's a battle fueled by past betrayals, clashing personalities, and a fierce desire to protect their loved ones. Carly, known for her no-nonsense attitude and street-smart instincts, has clashed with Nina, whose calculated moves and emotional volatility often spark chaos. Their history is riddled with moments of deception. Think hidden secrets about Nina's long-lost daughter and Carly's unrelenting loyalty to her own family. This isn't just a feud, it's a war of ideals, with each woman believing she holds the moral high ground. As Laura Wright recently shared in an exclusive interview with Soap Opera Digest, playing Carly's intense dislike for Nina has been both challenging and exhilarating, pushing her to explore new facets of her character's fiery spirit. A fragile alliance for the sake of family. In a surprising twist that no one saw coming, Carly and Nina set aside their differences, albeit temporarily, to form an uneasy alliance. Their shared goal? To protect their grandchildren, Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, from what they perceive as a dangerous influence, Drew Kane. Willow Tate Corinthos, in a move that stunned both women, relocated herself and her children into Drew's luxurious estate, seemingly blind to the red flags surrounding him. This decision sparked outrage in Carly, who sees Drew as a manipulative figure unfit to be near her family. Nina, equally protective of her lineage, couldn't stand idly by either. Together, they concocted a daring plan to drive a wedge between Willow and Drew, hoping to shatter their bond before irreversible damage was done. Their plot involved undercover maneuvers, whispered conversations in dimly lit corners of Port Charles, and a mutual, albeit begrudging, respect for each other's determination. It was a rare moment of unity between two women who'd rather trade barbs than pleasantries, showcasing the lengths they'd go to for the ones they love. Willow's stubborn loyalty and shocking discoveries. Despite Carly and Nina's elaborate scheming, Willow remains steadfast in her commitment to Drew, a stance that has left both grandmothers reeling. Even after walking in on a scandalous scene involving Drew and a mysterious call girl at a local hotel, Willow refuses to abandon ship. She's chosen to stand by her man, painting Drew as a misunderstood soul caught in a web of unfortunate circumstances. This unwavering loyalty baffles Carly, who expected Willow to see through Drew's facade. Instead, Willow's blind devotion has only fueled Carly's resolve to take drastic measures. Sources close to the set hint that Willow's decision might stem from a deeper, unspoken trauma, perhaps a need to rebuild trust after her own tumultuous past. Whatever the reason, her refusal to acknowledge the truth has set the stage for an explosive family showdown, with emotions running high and loyalties tested like never before. Legal battles and unexpected returns. With Willow unmoved by their efforts, Carly has shifted gears into full battle mode, enlisting the sharp legal mind of Diane Miller to secure a court date for a custody hearing. Her plan is to step in on behalf of her son, Michael Corinthos, who is reportedly recovering in Germany after a mysterious incident. Carly's determination to protect Wiley and Amelia knows no bounds, and she's prepared to fight tooth and nail in the courtroom to ensure their safety. However, whispers around Port Charles suggest that Michael may not be as far away as everyone believes. In a gripping cliffhanger at the close of the May 20th episode, fans caught sight of Michael on a private jet, his eyes glued to a live stream of Drew and Willow sharing a nauseatingly sweet moment on the nurse's ball red carpet. His expression, a mix of heartbreak and quiet fury, hinted at an imminent return. Will Michael storm into the custody hearing himself? And if he does, will it be the familiar face of Chad Duell reprising the role, or a fresh recast ready to shake things up? The anticipation is palpable as viewers await the next chapter of this family drama. A plan gone awry and rising tensions. Carly initially extended an olive branch to Nina, hoping their fragile truce could yield results for both parties. But as often happens in Port Charles, best-laid plans quickly unraveled. Nina, in a desperate bid to tarnish Drew's image, collaborated with an unlikely ally, Portia Robinson, to orchestrate a scheme involving a hired prostitute and a dangerous substance. Their choice of drug, ketamine, was a critical misstep, as it lingers in the system and is easily detectable. Rather than driving a wedge between Willow and Drew, the botched plan had the opposite effect. Willow, upon learning of the incident, viewed Drew as a victim of malicious intent, drawing her even closer to him. This unforeseen outcome has left Carly livid, feeling betrayed by Nina's recklessness. In her mind, all bets are off, and the gloves have come off for good. The tension between the two women has reached a boiling point, with each blaming the other for the plan's catastrophic failure. It's a classic case of good intentions paving the way to chaos, and the fallout is sure to reverberate through Port Charles for weeks to come. Behind the scenes, real-life camaraderie. While Carly and Nina are at each other's throats on screen, the dynamic between Laura Wright and Cynthia Watt-Rose couldn't be more different. In a heartwarming revelation, Wright confessed that working alongside Watt-Rose is an absolute joy. Off-screen, the two actresses share a genuine friendship, often laughing over coffee during breaks and exchanging stories about their lives outside the studio. Their ability to separate personal rapport from professional rivalry speaks volumes about their talent and dedication to their craft. Fans might be surprised to learn that some of their most intense scenes are followed by shared giggles and mutual admiration, proving that even the fiercest on-screen enemies can be the best of friends in reality. This behind-the-scenes camaraderie adds a delightful layer to their performances, making their volatile interactions all the more compelling to watch. Next, we will explore the electrifying possibility of a surprise return to Port Charles that has fans buzzing with excitement. As the 2025 Nurses' Ball approaches, whispers of a mysterious character crashing the glamorous event have ignited wild speculation among viewers. Could it be the beloved and enigmatic Lisa Lobrecht making her grand comeback? With her storied history in town, a flair for drama, and deep ties to key players, her return would undoubtedly shake things up. In this extended dive, we'll explore every angle of this potential storyline, weave in fresh details, and paint a vivid picture of what Liesl's reappearance could mean for the residents of Port Charles. The Nurses' Ball, a stage for surprises. The Nurses' Ball, a cherished tradition in Port Charles, is set to dazzle once again, kicking off on Tuesday, May 20, 2025. This annual event is more than just a fundraiser for General Hospital. It's a spectacle of talent, elegance, and, of course, jaw-dropping drama. The recently released promo video for the week of May 19 to 23 teases a mysterious guest who will storm into the festivities unannounced, sending shockwaves through the ballroom. Social media is ablaze with theories, and one name keeps surfacing: Lisa Lobrecht. Known for her bold personality and unforgettable performances at past balls, Liesl would be the perfect surprise to elevate the event to new heights. Imagine the glittering chandeliers, the elegant gowns, and the murmur of anticipation as a cloaked figure steps into the spotlight. Could this be the moment fans have been waiting for? The Nurses' Ball has always been a magnet for unexpected twists, and Liesl's return would fit the bill spectacularly. Lisa Lobrecht, a long-awaited comeback. It's been far too long since Lisa Lobrecht, the complex and captivating character portrayed by the talented Kathleen Gotti, graced the streets of Port Charles with her presence. Her last significant storyline revolved around a selfless act, donating bone marrow to save her grandniece, Willow Tate Corinthos, from a life-threatening illness. After that heroic moment, Liesl seemed to fade into the background, making only a fleeting appearance in 2023 before vanishing once more. Fans have felt her absence keenly, as Liesl's unique blend of villainy and vulnerability made her a standout. Whether she was scheming with a wicked glint in her eye or showing her softer side through family loyalty, she left an indelible mark. Off-screen, Gotti has been immersed in other creative endeavors, but sources hint she might be open to a brief return. A quick visit to Port Charles, especially for an event as iconic as the Nurses' Ball, could be just the ticket to reconnect with her roots and remind fans why they've missed her so much. A dramatic entrance orchestrated by Lucy Coe. If Liesl does return, it's easy to imagine her entrance being masterminded by none other than Lucy Coe, the perennial host and schemer behind the Nurses' Ball. Lucy, with her knack for theatrics, might have gone to extraordinary lengths to lure Liesl back, perhaps tracking her down to a remote European clinic or a quaint village where she's been laying low. Picture this: as the crowd buzzes with excitement, Lucy steps onto the stage, a mischievous smile playing on her lips, and announces a mystery performer whose identity will leave everyone speechless. The curtains part, and there stands Liesel, resplendent in a shimmering gown, ready to belt out a show-stopping number in support of the hospital's cause. Known for her love of the spotlight and her history of captivating performances at past balls, Liesel would jump at the chance to return for such a grand occasion. This carefully crafted reveal would not only thrill attendees but also set the tone for a cascade of emotional reunions and unresolved tensions. Family ties that bind. Liesel's potential return isn't just about the glitz of the nurse's ball, it's about the deep connection she holds in Port Charles. Her family ties run wide and complex, offering a treasure trove of potential storylines. There's Willow Tate Corinthos, the young woman whose life Liesel saved with her bone marrow donation. Willow, currently navigating a tangled web of personal and romantic dilemmas, might benefit from a heart-to-heart with her great-aunt, whose blunt honesty could provide much-needed clarity. Then there's Nina Reeves, Liesel's close confidant, who is reportedly facing a world of turmoil as her life unravels. Nina could use a shoulder to lean on and some sage advice from someone who's weathered her own storms. And let's not forget little James West, Liesel's grandson, who would likely light up at the sight of his eccentric grandmother sweeping into town with stories of her adventures abroad. Each of these relationships offers a chance for Liesel to leave a lasting impact, even if her visit is brief. A doctor's insight in times of crisis. As a seasoned medical professional, Liesel's expertise could also play a pivotal role in current Port Charles crises. Rumors swirl that Michael Corinthos, Willow's estranged husband, is recovering from a mysterious condition in Germany. Could Liesel, with her extensive background in medicine, hold valuable insights or connections to the burn clinic where Michael is said to be receiving treatment? Perhaps she once collaborated with specialists there during her globe-trotting career, giving her unique knowledge to share with Willow or Carly Spencer. A late-night conversation at the hospital cafeteria, with Liesel poring over medical charts while sipping espresso, could reveal critical information that changes the course of Michael's recovery. Her return as a doctor, not just a family member, would add a layer of urgency and relevance to her presence, reminding everyone that Liesel is as brilliant as she is bold.